Phase 1. So meet our team. We have Dorena Jenkins Gaskin. She's our Division Director 3. Leslie George, our Department Housing Liaison. Andre Lowe, the Housing Project and Program Manager. We have Rosa Rodriguez, Rosalind Powell, and myself, Sherry Smith. We are the Housing Program Coordinators. You have Tyrone Jacobs, Jeremy Wiggins, and Tammy Whitehall, our Housing Program Specialist 2. Mark Graham, Jasmine Cruikshank, our Housing Program Specialist 1. We have Michael Tui, the Community Development Project Coordinator, Jamal Earl and Resnick Hampton, which are our compliance inspectors. And then we have, for additional questions, you can contact either Antoinette Prescott or Megan Hart, which are our housing technicians. The agenda for today. So we're going to start out with the welcome and introduction of the staff. The agenda, we'll go over the purpose, our program description, household income chart, the required documents for application submittal, the eligible properties, maximum funding and uses, the funding terms, online pre-application process, the pre-application questions, the required documents for application submittal, housing partners, which are our counseling agencies, the overview of the process in the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, and then we'll end with questions and answers. Purpose. The purpose of this orientation is to provide an overview of the program's description, online pre-application process, the application required documents, and then the step-by-step review of the overall process. The purpose of this program is to increase home ownership amongst Palm Beach County's workforce. Funding will assist income-eligible home buyers with down payment, points, buy-down, minor repairs, and closing costs. Additional information. Home buyers must either be a current Palm Beach County resident or you must be employed by a company located in Palm Beach County. You must complete a pre-application to be a part of the randomized lottery selection process, which selects applicants to apply for the funding. Prospective buyers have 6 months to utilize assistance with 2 90-day extension, and this is at the sole discretion of the county. And applicants must complete an 8-hour home buyer education class. So here's the household income chart. This household income chart will allow you to see where you are, and it will let you know if you have a number of persons in the household. If there's one household member, that person must make a minimum of $65,450, and their income cannot exceed $114,660. If it's a household of 2, their minimum income has to be at least $74,800, and it cannot exceed $131,040. And then it goes up to a household of 8. If there's more than a household of 8, then that would be determined. So it doesn't just stop at 8. This is just where our chart stops. Eligible properties. The maximum purchase price cannot be greater than the county median purchase price noted below. If you are looking to purchase a single family home, that sales price cannot exceed $700,000. And if you're looking to purchase a townhome or a condominium, that purchase price cannot exceed $325,000. The median purchase price is updated annually. So this is something that we update annually, but right now the purchase price for single family cannot exceed $700,000, and condominiums, and townhomes cannot exceed $325,000. Purchase properties must be located in Palm Beach County, and our Department of Housing and Economic Development will coordinate with the property appraiser to monitor home sales. The maximum funding and uses. So the dollar for dollar match to home buyers and private cash contributions can be up to $50,000. Home buyers are required to make a 3.5% contribution minimum, and that the contribution has to be at least $10,000. So if you're going to give a down payment of $10,000, we can match $10,000, and we will only match up to $50,000, and it has to be your own money. And the cash to close must be verified at the time of approval. The county will match cash gifted to home buyers and private contributions, but will not match public subsidy sources, for example, municipalities, state, etc. The county encourages the use of other public subsidies to enhance the purchase of the affordability. Now, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Rosalind, and she'll complete the remaining portion of this presentation.
Good morning. We're talking about funding terms. Funds secured by zero interest subordinate mortgage. Principal forgiven after 15 years of homestead occupancy by owner. If owner sells before 15 years, they will either repay the principal or transfer the lien to their next homesteaded property in Palm Beach County. No restrictions on resale price or equity proceeds. Next slide. The online pre-application process. The online pre-application portal will open Monday, March 30th at 8 a.m. and close on Monday, April 20th at 11:59 p.m. To complete a pre-application, you visit Palm Beach County's website at pbc.gov/HED. If you want to take a screenshot of this, that may be a good idea so you know exactly when it opens. All approved pre-applications submitted will be entered into a random lottery selection process in which 60 applications will be selected. If your pre-application number is selected, you will receive instructions on how to submit your application with all required documents. If your application and correct required documents are not submitted in 14 business days, your application number will expire. Alrighty, pre-application questions will be the applicant's name, co-applicant's name, address, city, state, telephone number, email address, total number of people residing in the household. Now, that number is the people who will be living in the new property, not necessarily who you are currently living with. The total annual household income, all adults from all sources, including earned income, investment income, child support, alimony, SSI, other cash benefits, etc. All household members must be U.S. citizens. It says, are all household members U.S. citizens? Are all household members lawful permanent residents? Do you have a pre-approval letter from a first mortgage lender? Are you a current Palm Beach County resident or employed by a company located in Palm Beach County? Do you currently have the $10,000 minimum cash contribution at the time of approval? Do you currently own a home and or on the title of a home anywhere? Next screen. Required documents for selected application submittal. If your pre-application is selected, the following documents are required to apply for the program. A pre-approval / pre-qualification letter from a first mortgage lender. Valid driver's license or state identification for all adult household members. U.S. birth certificates or valid U.S. passport or naturalization certificate for all household members. For all non-U.S. citizen household members, provide a copy of a valid permanent resident card. Current verification of employment of VOE completed and signed by employer within 30 days of submission of application. That is preferred. Or most recent 30 days paycheck stubs, 1 month for all working adult household members. Most recent Social Security retirement and/or disability award letter for all adult household members. If an adult student is employed, copy of student enrollment or current class schedule. If unemployed, a copy of unemployment benefits statement or a completed unemployment affidavit for all household members. Additional required documents continued. Wage earner statement from Social Security Administration for all unemployed adult household members. If self-employed, provide a completed year-to-date profit and loss, P&L statement for all adult household members, and most recent 3 years tax return signed and dated as submitted to IRS. The profit and loss statement must also be signed and dated. Or current 1099 income earner and most recent 3 years of tax returns signed and dated as submitted to the IRS. Proof of child support can be documented by bank statements or payment history from Department of Revenue, and all appropriate legal documentation for adoption, divorce, battered spouse, and restraining order. Completed verification of deposit, a VOD, is preferred for all current accounts, checking, savings, CD, investment, retirement, for all adult household members, or copy of most recent bank statements for all current accounts. Most recent 2 years tax returns signed and dated as submitted to IRS, and W-2s, 1099s for applicant and co-applicant. Now, this is for applicants who are not self-employed. You only need 2 years tax returns. Mark out the first 5 digits of your Social Security number before submitting. Certificate of completion for 8-hour homebuyer education from a HUD certified counseling agency or NeighborWorks America, or documentation of an upcoming schedule appointment. Here is a list of housing partners or HUD agencies that we have compiled for you. You can make do a screenshot of this as well. So if you're looking for an agency to call to get some assistance, ask some additional questions, or to take the class, you can call any of these that are convenient for you. Okay, overview of the process after income certification. Income certification may take up to 4 to 6 weeks to process. If you have not heard from Palm Beach County within this time period, please call to check the status of your application. Applicants may work with a realtor and/or nonprofit to locate a home within the program guidelines. The selected property must be located in Palm Beach County and meet all applicable building codes. Deficiencies must be corrected prior to or as part of the purchase transaction. Illegal, unpermitted rooms or additions will be required to be permitted or removed per the building official. In case of new construction, a certificate of occupancy, a CO, is required prior to occupancy. Once an executed purchase contract and all supporting documents noted below have been received via email to hedverify@pbc.gov, the applicant's file will begin processing for closing. And that would be the executed contract, the contract cover form, a private home inspection, a WDO termite inspection, a lead paint inspection if the home was built before 1978. Note 45 days is required to process a file for closing after all the above documents are received. The assigned processor/closer will work closely with the nonprofit, the realtor, lender, and title company to close on the property within a timely manner. A closing date is set. Note, applicants are advised to not move out of their current residence until a final closing has occurred. Homeowner has received his or her keys. Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA. In accordance with the American with Disabilities Act, the ADA, and Section 286.26 Florida statute, persons needing a special accommodation to participate in the business, community, and/or housing programs through our online application portal may notify the Department of Housing and Economic Development, that's DHED, Mortgage and Housing Investments Division at 561-233-3600 or via email at hedverify@pbc.gov 5 business days prior to the opening of the application portal. This document may be requested in an alternate format to help facilitate your process of applying through the online portal. If you are unable to find assistance to apply through the online portal, we can provide a list of agencies who may be able to help. Charges from that agency may apply. Contact DHED for more information and the process. All right, now is our questions and answers period. So does anyone have any questions? You can unmute yourselves.
Yeah, which years is the income based on? So is it the current year, last year, the past 3 years?
It's going to be the current year.
Okay.
And that income includes all employment and interest, bank interest,
Yes.
investments? Okay. And if you're not currently working, living in Palm Beach County, but you are working in Palm Beach County, you can still apply.
Yes.
Okay.
If we use our 401k towards the down payment?
Yes. Yes.
I have a question in reference to the program that you need to attend, like a first-time home buyers program. If you've attended one before, can you use the documentation from that, or you have to attend a new one?
If it's still current, normally the certificates are good for 12 months. So if it's still current, you can
No,
use
it's not. Okay, thank you.
it. Mhm.
I have a quick question. I heard you encourage other subsidies to help with down payments. How does that work?
I'm saying, repeat that again.
It was said earlier that it was encouraged to use other subsidies to help also with a down payment. How does that work? And you could get 2 grants?
No, with this program, we will not match another municipality or state grant, not with this program. You can get a gift, but we won't match another um, city or state federal grant.
Okay, so you would only match what we have in the bank, but does that just could we use other grants if we applied for those as well?
Not if it's another city, if it's a grant from another city or state grant, no.
Okay,
She's asking if it can be stacked, not if it can be
yes,
matched.
right.
No, you can't use other municipality or state grants with this program.
Okay.
Do you have to be a first-time home buyer?
You cannot have owned a home within the last 2 years.
You could not have owned a home in the last 2 years or condo?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about the asset cap? Where can I find additional information on that? And does it include all accounts, or does it not include 401k and retirement accounts that can't be touched?
Hold on. There's no asset limit on this program.
Jeremy, there's no asset limit.
Correct.
On the 15-year minimum or the requirement for ownership with the principal being paid back, is that the principal just on the match dollar amount that would be paid back if the property is sold in less than 15 years?
Correct.
Thank you.
Does it forgive you for each year of that 15, or is it a whole 15?
It's the full 15 years. So if you received 25 from us, if you sell the house in less than 15 years, then you pay the full 25 back.
Okay. What happens if you refinance within those 15 years?
You would still pay us. You would pay us back.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are there any other places or like additional assistance that someone could get if they needed more help, like combing through this application process and gathering all of their proper documentation?
For this program or just in other programs?
For this program?
No, you can't use any other state or federal grant programs with this program.
No, I think what I mean is in terms of like all of the qualifications for this program, is there somewhere that I can go to verify my documents, or is there any way that I can go to get assistance to make sure that all of my pre-application paperwork is proper and it's acceptable and it's good to go by the deadlines?
On the screen are the housing partner agencies. You can go to any of these.
Housing partner agencies.
Good
Okay,
morning. There are no
thank you.
documents required for the pre-application. Documents will only be required if your name is selected through the lottery process.
Okay.
Does it matter if
Good
the house is already under contract?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Does it matter if your house is already under contract? Like we put an offer on a house, but it's a 60-day term.
Well, you're not, because this is a lottery, you're not guaranteed. We don't know who will be selected. So if you're under contract, you take that chance.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My question is, do we have to have a pre-approval letter to apply, or do we get the pre-approval once we're selected?
Once you're selected, that's when you'll have to have your pre-approval letter.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Mhm. Any other questions?
Yes,
Goodbye.
can you go
Can you
over
go over
one more time
one more
on the
time
questions
on the questions
that are going to be
that are
asked
going to be asked
on the
on the
pre-application?
pre-application? Okay. All righty. So here are the pre-application questions.
Thank
Good
you.
Good morning. I had a quick question. Can you own a property in a different state and still qualify for this program?
No.
Okay, thank you.
And I can't exceed $65,000 in income per year.
No, it's a minimum of,
Mm.
based upon the number of people in the household. For a single person, the minimum income is $65,450.
Where do we get the pre-application form?
It's online in the portal.
Thank you.
But the application doesn't open until when again?
March 30th.
Once the
Is the income,
application, the pre, sorry, go ahead.
is the income gross income?
Yes, gross income.
Once the pre-application opens, it will remain open until April 20th, and we won't know anything in that time frame, right?
That's correct.
Okay. How long after April 20th will we potentially be notified?
Maybe after a week, say a week, you should hear something. And everyone, whether you're selected or not, will get an email.
Okay, thank you.
If you are selected, is that when you're required to go through like the home buyer purchase program? Only if you're selected?
The 8-hour course?
Yes.
Well, if you haven't already taken it, then yes, you need to take it. And if you haven't completed it by the time 14 days, you need to have your documents in. Then you need to at least provide a copy of your appointment, like what your date is to attend the class.
But that's if you're selected through the lottery.
That's correct. But it's a good class to take if you are interested in buying a house. It's a good class to take because it can answer some of the general questions you may have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I heard you say that this program cannot be stacked with any other grants or municipality funding. Can it be stacked with the Palm Beach counties on the off chance that we won both lotteries? The first mortgage assistance?
No.
Okay. So should we? I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Never mind. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Can a mom and son can apply for this program?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Can a mom and a son can apply for this program?
A mom and son?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning. Does the Homebuyer program, do you have an option to take the 8-hour class online and go to the in-person appointment? I think there's a requirement for those to, you also meet with someone in person, but they also give you the option to do part of it online. Would that be an okay program to take?
That's fine, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question, Russell.
Okay.
Okay, when you go into the website, pvc.gov/HED. All right. Once you're there, what do you go to look for this pre for the pre-application forms? I mean, like, how do you navigate this once you are in that website?
Go
You
to
go
the
into
housing,
programs,
go to the housing tab.
the housing tab. It doesn't show. It just says programs, and then I'm assuming you go into programs and then housing programs or mortgage and housing investments.
It's not available yet.
Oh, it's not available yet. Oh, that's why it doesn't show.
Only on
Okay.
March 30th.
Oh, I see. I see. Got it. Got it. Okay. All right.
All righty.
Thank you.
Mhm.
If I've taken the class back in August, is it still good for this year? The 8-hour class?
The date, there should be an expiration date on your certificate
Okay. Let me check.
because normally they're good for 12 months. So
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
This be combined with the FHA loan?
Yes, if you have been approved for an FHA, yes. Are there any other questions?
If we were approved or selected with the lottery, are there any restrictions of where we choose to live or any requirements besides staying within Palm Beach County?
No.
If we choose to grow our family afterwards, does that make a difference? Like now it's just 2 people, but if I choose to, my family grows, that we don't get penalized afterwards, correct?
No. Once you're closed,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
we're not, going to come back and do
Okay.
anything about that.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does this program run every year, roughly?
This is a pilot program, so this is phase 1. So we're not sure
I see.
at this point.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there somewhere that we can get this PowerPoint?
Put your address in the chat, and we can send it out to you.
Would that be an email address or
Yes,
physical
your
address?
email address. Or you can go to HED Verify and put in your email address, and we can send it out that way. Request a copy of the PowerPoint.
If you're not selected in the March round in the lottery, I know there's one other in July. Do you have to reapply or is it just saved?
You'd have to reapply.
Okay.
I know this was the pilot, but in July, will it also be 60 selected?
How many will be in June?
It all depends on the availability of funds as to whether or not we utilize all of the first phase.
Thank you.
Good morning. I have a question. If you are selected, how long do you have to buy a home or decide the home or apartment you're gonna buy?
You have 6 months.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions?
I had a quick question. For the income requirement, is it just from the year prior, or do we have to submit like 2 years of our income?
We're looking at your current income going forward.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
If there aren't any other questions, then we can end this session.
Thank you for your
Yeah.
time.
Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye
Have
bye.
a wonderful day.